Hi, I'm Josh,
Hi, I'm Leia.
and welcome to Fin Spex. I tested out the Futures DHD in large. Futures Rake template in large. These are a little more similar to my normal fin that I ride, the AM2, but all these are the same size.
Okay.
Whereas the AM2 has that smaller trailing back fin, which really loosens it up a lot versus these.
It's always nice having that slightly smaller back fin in the center, so you
Yeah.
feel a little loose.
Yeah, you kind of get the best of both worlds with it. It looks like the Rake has a little more bass with the very front tip of the bass popping over the bottom. This one looks like it has a little less. Yeah, so probably a little more drive than the DHs. The DHD has a really full tip on it.
A little rounded out.
Yeah.
The DHs might be a little stiffer.
Yeah, definitely stiffer through here.
Yeah.
I felt like, whereas the Rake is a little more swept back, but it has a lot less area through here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are both honeycomb. A little flexier than what I'm used to riding, the Tech Flex, which has the carbon on bottom and top. It's still the same on the inside. It's honeycomb through here, but these fins these felt a little bit softer than my usual fins. It definitely helps in small surf. Felt like the fins were bending and easier to push off of.
Having the honeycomb?
Yeah, having the honeycomb versus like a Tech Flex or like an all fiberglass fin. So I'm 5'10", 170. I rode my Panda Synthetic Sally. And that board is 5'8", 19 3/8, and 2 5/16. 80s like flat deck, chunky like rails with like a wing swallow. That board has a lot of rocker in it. May not have been the best call for this day. I probably should have chose something with like a little less rocker because it was like kind of flat, like mushy, weird little day. So we're going to go over the footage from the other day. Onshore, 2 to 3 foot. Very
Perfect.
exciting.
California day.
Yeah.
You get days like that 75% of the year?
All summer long. They were both kind of not ideal for how the conditions were, but it's good to get out and test them in whatever conditions
Definitely
are on offer. And we'll go into more detail about kind of how the fins worked. We're going to break it down after. So first we're going to go over the DHDs. 3, 2, 1. So I can't remember if this was my first wave or... No, this definitely wasn't. No, this was my first wave.
Little roundhouse.
Yeah.
Rebound. Looks like you're able to stay in the pocket, which is nice.
Yeah.
On such a small day, sometimes you can run away from it.
Yeah, definitely.
That last turn was nice.
Thanks, yeah.
For the size of the wave and what was going on.
It was definitely not pumping this day, and you could see how much bump there is on the face, which I don't think was doing these fins any favors.
Sure.
I think these fins wanted a cleaner kind of face.
Oh, a little air.
I was trying to make anything happen out there.
It looks like once you had the speed and you were able to get kind of in a pocket, it would go up pretty nice and vertical and get you back.
Yeah, that was kind of the problem with this day. There wasn't a lot of pocket to work with, really.
All right.
Yeah, and there was the turn there where I kind of like dug, and it felt like they didn't really want to roll over onto the rail on like such a flat face.
It's a hard day to surf. Like fun, but you need almost like a twin fin or single fin or something. Oh, that was a good turn.
That's what's funny. These fins felt sweet frontside.
Yeah. It looks like it was going better front side for you.
Definitely. These fins felt like, that's why I started going left on these, because I'm like, these fins I think will feel a lot better front side, which they did.
So you slid out just a pinch there.
Yeah, I got in the foam there and like slipped a little bit.
That was a good turn.
Almost had a sweet blow tail, but not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, backside they're just like, they weren't like,
That was a good snap, actually.
Thanks,
yeah, see, like once you got in the pocket and you needed some, like a wave with juice in the pocket. It looked like if it was kind of out to sea or just breaking a bit wide, the board and fins were having a hard time, like making something exciting
on like such like a flat face. But yeah, like those inside ones, once they got steep, I was able to like kind of jam it. I feel like if I brought like kind of a flatter rocker board, or like if the waves are a little steeper and sicker, it would have been like the perfect fins. But yeah, that's why, got to pick the right day for the right fins.
Exactly. But you don't know unless you try.
Exactly. And that's why we're doing this. Yeah, let's go over the rakes. 3, 2, 1. See, I switched to going lefts mostly at this point, I think.
Nice.
But the rakes seem to carry more speed through turns.
Yeah, you look a little spicier.
They definitely felt...
They got some good air there.
Felt better.
Yeah.
I think I landed air at some point in this. There was like sweet little rampy lefts.
It looks like you have more control and you're not trying to catch up with the wave as much is what I'm seeing right off the bat.
Even for
landed that air.
A
little pop.
All like 4 inches of air out of the wave.
It still counts.
Sure.
All right, backside. Wow.
Are we counting that? It's not a WSL.
He doesn't ride out, no.
No, I don't think so. Actually hitting the lip part.
Yeah, that looked good. Sweet.
That was 0 spray.
But got the tail out of the water.
Yeah. But these definitely felt, I think the more bass was the part that I was really stoked on. There we go.
Sick. Yeah, that was a sick air. That was solid.
Thanks.
Yeah, it looked like you were able to do what you wanted to do in your mind. And you weren't just kind of at the mercy of your board and the wave.
Yeah, definitely. Because it wasn't the right board for the day.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth. And I think the DHs weren't the right fin either. Oh, another one.
Yeah, it looks like the board's going really good with that Rake template.
Yeah, I think it definitely went better with these.
It's a nice right. Oh, got some spray out the back.
Yeah, this one actually had a little bog. Those finishing moves were not happening.
Well, good thing we're not doing a WSL contest.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that looked fun. That looked like a better feel overall.
I think I rode more waves on the DHDs.
Yeah.
Because it was taking me so long to like get speed and like figure it out.
Yeah.
And then with these, it was kind of like I could pop up and had speed and was good to go.
Yeah.
Like pretty much right away. Yeah. So the rakes have that huge base, which I think that's where I was feeling that like
drive and push.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think was helping a ton. Whereas the DH is having this like slightly smaller base, like even though that's such a tiny difference, it makes such a big difference in the water. But as far as actual construction, they're both honeycomb. They felt super similar in that way. Like the flex was kind of the same. It's just these tiny little differences, like that little bit of extra here, like the little bit less up in here.
Yeah.
Made it easier to kind of like do turns.
Yeah.
And like keep it loose up in here. And then, these felt a little stiffer because there's all this extra area up towards the tip here. You hold them up like that.
Yeah.
They almost look like they're the exact same fin. They're very, very similar, but they work very differently. These, I feel like, are a great point break fin.
It doesn't necessarily need to be like big and glassy. More just like could be a smaller day, but kind of powerful and push.
Makes a lot of sense because DHD being from the Gold Coast, exactly the footage you see of like Snapper where it's like gorgeous, glassy, like down the line,
punchy,
steep.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like this fin is made for. But that translates into like, going to Hawaii or, really, really good days. The points are lighting up and it's super rippable and clean. Like this is definitely like an open face, clean wave fin. These, at least for me, a good day at like your local point break or like a really peaky day at like, a beach break or something where you actually have some face to work with for most everybody. I would say these are both fins for pretty advanced surfers. Just with how much rake each of them have. They're not necessarily the easiest fins to push around. Like your rail surfing, these fins are gonna be great for like, seeing how hard you can push on rail, seeing how much speed you can get going on a good wave. Big open-faced hacks. Yeah. Big roundhouses, like big layback snaps.
Power surfing.
Yeah.
Joel Parkinson, Steph Gilmore, Katie Simmers could just push that. Holly Wan.
Boards with a little more rocker. Which kind of lends itself to like being a more intermediate advanced surfer. A lot of my boards have a ton of rocker and they're super loose. These fins can usually complement that, because if you put like a super pivoty fin in like a board with a ton of rocker, like it's just going to be like way too squirrely. So it's finding the balance with the rocker and the fins and trying to find that like happy medium.
For sure.
I don't know if you've seen any of these, but we do like the loosest fin to the stiffest fin out of everything we've ridden. The loosest I've ridden so far was the Tocoros, and then the Hayden shapes into the pivots, Timmy Patterson, the Merrick AM2 honeycomb, the Geordies, the Mayhems, which are now like the old Mayhems.
Okay.
Because I haven't ridden the new ones yet. And then the John, that's kind of like right in the middle. And then the Pizels, the Sharp Eye, and then Rake, big fins. And like they're all the same size. DHD, they felt even a little bit stiffer than the Rakes did. Vapor Core. And then the stiffest I rode were the Connor Coffins. Connor and Parker Coffin, they both. All right. Thanks for watching another episode of Fin Spex. Come on down to the shop and try our $5 fin demo program. You can try 5 different sets of fins over 5 weeks, 1 fin a week, and it's only $5. And if you can't come into the shop, you can go onto our website and do the 30-day buy, try, and decide program. You can buy a set of fins, you can try them. If you don't like them, you can send them back for a full refund, as long as you don't like totally destroy them.
Cool. Come by our shop in San Clemente. We have over 700 boards. Like if you're a surfer and you need anything or you need to buy a gift for a surfer, you can just come to UsedSurf. Yeah. And it's all here.
That's where I do a lot of my birthday.
I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know what I need as a surfer. And then I come in here and I'm like, oh, that thing that I needed to get.
Come down to the shop. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to Poncho. All right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I'm Josh Norcross. Thanks for watching.
I'm Leia Packpour.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.
The tides will run, it's time to go. No reason to take it slow. Gotta get up, hit the road, and say what's up to Poncho.